On my screen not popping up.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leads them to the 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their rim last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play circle, Gio.
Hurts. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
It's the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
On 2nd and 9,
Hurts. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Truth, what up?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Man, fuck them niggas, bro.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Watson.
Here we go.
To Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
There we go.
And he's got room. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now for the point after.
Good.
And it's good.
Yes,
and
sir.
Out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another
That's who
shot
actually
at
watched
it
it
now
that day.
as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watson's throw there, caught by Gallup.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
I will lift the side,
They're going to
man.
have another
Keep that
first down
contained.
as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, Watson.
There we go.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Watson.
Stop like
They'll
that.
get this out wide to Penny.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
What up, man?
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So
Real giggle.
Take the points when they're there. Put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Panthers out
Chuck
there
E. Cheese
ready to
haircut
begin
on.
their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week
And then
last
you
week.
geeking hard in that video too.
Indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Yes, he was. He probably lying.
Practice focus there. He wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought was, I need one. Let's go get that. And they'll pick it up too.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
One more time, defense.
Penny, a first down carry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Watson.
Dang.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field and brings up third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Ooh.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense?
You're getting fried again.
Score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact,
in
2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen.
Like,
go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive.
Right now, come on, bro.
That's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
What is that?
The Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. He's got it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last two drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in.
Touchdown! Hunter Henry.
I ain't gonna drop on a dime.
17 yards out. And the Bucs have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not might get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Hurts throw taken in there by Cooks.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get
taking it right down Broadway.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Lift the ball.
Very nice job
right
there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
He'll buy some time right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Inside handoff, Kenny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Penny,
Yeah.
the ball is jarred free, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even
Look, my tight end can't go up
if they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Watson now to throw. Leaves it for
Wow.
and he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
If it's for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down. The
3 yard
defense
line.
rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Hunter Henry with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect him to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when you work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. Oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Watson's thrown into the hands of Henry here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Tampa. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Buying time to his left. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
But every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. By can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass
was lagging.
is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
At the gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Hurts.
It's caught at the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Pollard.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Second down and goal. Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? But wait till you hit the 2-minute warning. There's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Penny up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66
yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again. We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Need a defense to hold.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
See, that's the bullshit. They don't let it happen.
to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance. Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra point. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter.
Yes, sir. Truth, appreciate you, bro.
They're going to feel good about this one.
Yes, sir, Mayor.
Ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up.